Welcome back to our case contest in the Energy Youth Day. I hope you all had a great break, some coffee, some cake, and of course the jury had her consultation and made their remarks.
Leading experts from Gazprom LNG St. Petersburg have worked out special blitz game for us, where everyone in this audience will be involved. We thank them for this contribution, and let's see, dear audience, are you ready for the challenge as well as our 6 national teams?
So, as well as with the case contest, we have rules for the blitz game. The audience should have a small blue voting device. You're gonna compete against the teams. We're gonna ask you 7 questions. For each question, there will be 4 answers. Only one is the right answer. You have 30 seconds to think of the right answer. The last answer you choose on your device will be the one that we take. After the 30 seconds, we ask the teams to raise up one card with the answer they believe to be the right one. So,
What a spoiling. In this game, you will get answers from Frederick and questions from me.
see, we're facing the same issues as you guys. So, next slide, please. No, different presentation.
Okay, the first question. The great scientific invention was made in 1853. This invention has laid the foundation for the low temperature work. Who were the authors of this invention?
Answer A, Karl Henschel and Ferdinand Porsche. B, James Joule and William Thomson. C, Gaspar Monge and Michael Faraday. Or D, Auguste Piccard and Emilia Earhart. 30 seconds are on. A, Karl Henschel, Ferdinand Porsche. B, James Joule and William Thomson. C, Gaspar Monge and Michael Faraday. Or D, Auguste Piccard and Emilia Earhart. You have 10 seconds left for your consultation. So, may I ask the teams to raise up the right answer? B, we have a lot of Bs.
Everyone has very good memory.
Congrats to everyone. So, we will go on with the second question.
No. Maybe we should comment a little bit, just for more information. James Joule's discovery became known as the law of conservation of energy, or the first law of thermodynamics. So together, Joule and Thomson established the well-known effect of Joule-Thomson. It became the basis for development of the entire refrigeration industry in the world.
Let us go on with the second question.
Name the liquid in which the iron does not sink.
A, LNG. B, mercury. C, olive oil. Or D, diesel fuel. 30 seconds, starting now. LNG, mercury, olive oil, diesel fuel. So, to repeat the rules, after the 30 seconds, I will ask you to hold it up. So, 10 seconds left. The audience still can use their voting devices. And, okay, hold up the answers, please, teams. We have a lot of Bs. B is the right answer. Go on.
And some comments about this question. The iron in LNG will be frozen, I guess, yeah? And, well, mercury everyone knows, I see, in fact, is a metal, just liquid and much more solid than iron. So the iron does not sink in mercury.
So let us see how the audience chose. Hey, 78% for answer B, 11 for LNG, really? Okay, C, olive oil, okay, a lot of pasta fans here. And D, diesel fuel, also 5%. Really nice. Let's go on with the next question. Karl Linde is known as the author of the most sufficient liquefaction technology. What was the name of the French engineer who modified this technology in 1902? A. Jean-Baptiste. B. Jean-Claude Van Damme. C. Georges Claude. D. Karl Linde. I guess 30 seconds are not necessary. So, the right answer? Raise your cards, please. C. Again. Can you skip to the next slide, please?
And Jean-Claude Van Damme opened nothing except doors by the foot. But what leg split he makes? And Karl Linde didn't perfect himself anymore, so it was done by Georges Claude. He founded the company Air Liquide, which still exists today.
So, next question. Can you please skip to the next question? Yes, thank you.
What is Alcan?
A. Party boys. B. A type of cormorant seabird. C. Acetylenic and ethylene hydrocarbons. Or D. Aliphatic hydrocarbons. 30 seconds, going now. I would just tell him. So, 5 seconds left. And hold up the right answer. We have a couple of D's here. Can we see the right answer, please?
It's really
You're all correct.
aliphatic hydrocarbons. And the most well-known representative of this group is methane, or the same natural gas. And we are moving to the next question. What was the name of the first floating LNG plant?
A. Floating LNG. B. FLNG-1. C. Prelude FLNG. Or D. First FLNG. 30 seconds, starting now. A. Floating LNG. B. FLNG-1. C. Prelude FLNG. D. First FLNG. Ten seconds. I can see a lot of consultation. So, teams, the time is now. Hold up your card. 5 C's and 1 A. So, can we see the correct answer? C is the correct answer. And most of the audience, as well as most of the teams, got it right.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So actually you are the only ones who got it right.
The beginning of a musical word is the prelude, and Shell Company probably found their floating planned to be a masterpiece or the beginning of a new era of LNG industry. So they called their first plant their Prelude, which is still largest floating object on the Earth.
So, the next question, please.
What stands for the abbreviation Qmax?
A, quantity maximum, B, Qatar maximum, C, quiet maximum, or D, qubit maximum? 30 seconds, starting now. Ten seconds left. Teams, get ready to show the correct answer. And now, hold up the right answer. B, A, B. You're holding up two signs? Okay. So the correct answer is B, Qatar maximum. Also, the audience had 37% on A. So this round is for the teams.
And we are moving to our last question. What is the title of the process when gas is floating through the local gas resistance device?
A, decantation, B, demercurization, C, throttling, D, ventilation. 30 seconds. A, decantation, B, demercurization, C, throttling, D, ventilation. 10 seconds remaining. Prepare to hold up the correct answer. And may I ask the teams to hold up the card, please? We have a lot of Ds, 2 Cs, and 1 A. So the correct answer is C, throttling. And this time, I think it's for the audience. 53% against 2 of you, 40%? Okay, this is for the audience. Diana, please can you tell us why it's throttling?
Yeah, decanting is more for wine lovers. And ventilation is here in the room, and it's okay. And throttling is the same what did Joel and Thompson. When gas under pressure, difference flows through the apparition and cooled.
So, thanks for taking part in the Blitz game. And
by the results of special game, we have People Choice Award from Gazprom LNG St. Petersburg. And we kindly ask Oleg Tabachuk to announce the winners of this Blitz game. The Deputy Chair of Gazprom LNG St. Petersburg in Human Resources.
Добрый день, уважаемые коллеги. Мы постарались сделать эту часть нашей встречи такой подвижной и больше развлекательной, после того, как вы имели возможность действительно представить свое мнение и работы в таком более серьезном направлении. И по результатам этой блиц-игры самую быструю скорость реакции и правильные ответы показала команда из Китая. Этой команде вручить. Прошу вас.
Now it's the moment everyone has been waiting for, and we kindly ask our esteemed expert committee to give us feedback about every team, and we invite you to come on the stage.
The jury has the great privilege now to see how many people are really in the room. It's a lot easier from here than from there, with the back to much of the audience. But of course, that did give us an opportunity to really observe the teams, their presentations, their very good work. And before we go with the announcement of the final result, we have an opportunity to give a few comments on each one of the team's work. Do not overinterpret these comments in terms of what that might mean for the final result. And please do not overinterpret that in terms of any expression of preference or non-preference. These are just good professionals who want to share some of their experience through giving you some observations. So may I start on my right-hand side, please, and each of the experts of the 6 will give one country, one team some feedback. So please announce the country and give the feedback. Thank you.
So I'd like to say some words on the French team. So you brought us with a thoroughly analysis on the strategy of Shell until 2035. That went very properly from shale gas in the US to the Asian Pacific markets. And I was really impressed about your work concerning the contents and also the way you presented your results. Thank you.
The Chinese team, beside of managing the most severe technical problems, so you're running slides, you have shown maybe as the only team that prices matter in that situation, and this really is something I would like to stress, because on the other side I missed those aspects, prices, costs in the other teams. So you gave a very sound picture for a national company. You had a very strong recommendation. Your matrix was a very sound and solid one. And with answering the questions, you have also proved that you have done a lot of other work, solid work, which was not part of the presentation, but nevertheless had been gone through very thoroughly. So congratulations for that result.
I'm addressing the Russian team. I found you are very courageous to take as a Sonatrach, which I know very well because long time ago, when I started my career before Total, I have been teaching in the Algerian Institute of Petroleum for 2 years, teaching mathematics for geophysics. It's very high-level mathematics. Anyway, Sonatrach is a very important company, and because they are not so much allowed to speak, I thank you to have spoken to themselves, because they are not allowed to go abroad and make their case, and it's a bit of an unknown company which deserves a better understanding from the world. Now, they're facing a very high hurdle, which is the relation with their government. So we hope, that what you presented as a potential for Sonatrach will materialize in the future.
Dear participants, dear colleagues, foremost, permit me to thank for this possibility to resume the result of German team, because, in my opinion, Namely, the German style of analysis in this event is very, very high. Many thanks for your capacity of analysis, and many thanks for your solutions and your vision of global strategy, because in this case, I see the real corresponding to the task and essence of task of case study. Thank you very much.
Я хотел бы отметить команду из Нидерландов, поскольку, значит, ей, конечно, было сложнее всего. Она выступала первой, и это было сложно. Всегда выступать первым сложно, но она задала хороший тон, действительно настоящий профессиональный анализ. И мне понравился выбор приложения именно усилий компании. То есть Индия – это действительно самый растущий рынок, который будет потреблять много СПГ. Хорошая команда, отлично выступила. Ну и вообще хотел бы отметить, что все команды молодцы. И разница в баллах вот у жюри оказалась минимальная. Я не буду забегать вперед. Это была крайне сложная задача отличить, кто же лучше. Так что все победители. Спасибо всем.
Я хочу сказать о презентации команды Боливии и хочу ее оценить как очень успешную. Ваши результаты, которые вы представили по стратегии компании Shell в мире, очень коррелируют с моими личными ощущениями. И хочу сказать, что вы молодцы, и ваша работа была хорошей. Спасибо.
Dear Expert Committee, thank you for your feedback. And now we invite the Chair of Expert Committee, Mr. Kramer, to announce the third, the second, and the first place.
It was, maybe should I use this one? Let's see, for sure. It was hard work for you, and what you really did well is you caused hard work for the jury. The methodology we followed was to literally rate you, give a rating on each of the criteria that I mentioned at the beginning in order to have a very systematic approach. Because all kinds of factors and feelings and impressions come into judging this kind of excellent performance. What is interesting to know is that we had what we called a photo finish. There was when each of us had done the rating and this was processed to get total numbers per team, there was an amazingly narrow range. And so to those of you who might not consider themselves to be the winners, take comfort in the fact that you should do it again, and next time you'll be there. Really, really excellent work from all the teams. Some maybe had more tools available than others. For some it was harder to get together perhaps as a team, and so on and so forth. And these things all, of course, play a role in your final performance, in the final presentation. Nevertheless, in order to impose some rigidity on ourselves and some structure, that rating for each of the factors became, to us, very, very helpful. Otherwise, I'm sure we would have still been in that little room here on the right-hand side. Okay, to make a long story short, I will first announce the team that finished third, again emphasizing that it was a real photo finish, and with this I would like to very much, on behalf of the entire jury and the organizers, like to congratulate the Chinese team. And I would like you to come forward so we can hand out the certificates. Please, the Chinese team.
Thank you.
Well, that was a great performance and a well-deserved third prize. Number 2, equally close, I would say, Germany.
Well done. Very well done.
Thank you, ABCs. Okay, we have feedback from Team ABCs.
Okay, so hi everyone. I mean, it may be a little bit selfish, but on behalf of the German team, I would like to say something, and also on behalf of the Chinese people. So I mean, I think it's the first time that Chinese people formed its own team and joined this international conference. So also thank you for the Chinese people, because it's the first time they joined the conference and they get the second prize. And for us, actually everyone wants to be a winner, but no one is born to be the winner. So this time we still take the second place, but I think it's enough. We have do so many different kind of things together, and it's quite diverse because our team is 5 people in total, come from 3 different kind of countries. And so finally, as a Chinese student but studying in Germany, so I want to say that hope all you guys won't mind. So right here on this platform, so everyone knows that the Chinese now is growing, and Chinese is always big, not just for its population but also for its range. So I would like to say that China is not just big enough to make the difference, but also is going to be So I would like to say that China is not just big enough to make a difference, but also powerful enough to make a real difference. That's all. Thank you.
Well, I think for the last one, I should definitely stand up. We haven't prepared any music insofar as I know. You know, normally with the Olympics, you get all kinds of things. If we had music, you would now hear the Marseillaise. First prize.
And now we invite all the teams for a picture.
Guys, get together. Pull one to the back.